wanna rock like that, remind me when I wrestle the world. Uncle Needy the big dog, Coach Prime confidant, Black 21 in the game, that's the real talk. Need me hold it down, keep the ship on the rails. He gon' come through wild, but it's force type of belt. From Bama to Hawaii, in my crooked letter, runners are connected. We better together, big brand, every super check. Show love to the crew, keep on break it down. Give us something new, back, smash that light, let you pay rent. Stop the TMR live, we gon' make your day lit. Monday through Friday, same time every week, 2 p.m. out, 4 p.m. East. This the sports show. Runners ride with us 5 days, we stay true. Chico drop a taking me, looking to muse. Hold it down while the whole room moves. That we could go left, but the chemistry still smooth. 2 p.m. out and 4 p.m. East, we never lose. Talking that sports, giving runners the news. TMR live 5 days a week. Funniest in town, ain't subscribe yet.
Now sit your ways out.
Hey runners, grab your snacks, grab your minutes, grab your patience. This Chico about to lose his mind in 3, 2. I swear I up that well with one hand kneeling. They're going.
Just got off the walk with Coach
You
Prime.
give me this, man?
That went real well. All the extra other coaches. We always take them walks after practice. Just deflecting practices. Keep building that brotherhood. Hope y'all ready. Let's get it.
I just wanted to ask about the competition in your room. It seems like you guys have a solid rotation of guys who you feel comfortable with. Can you just speak on the depth there?
Man, we got great depth. We got enough depth that's going to get us through the season. Guys are pushing each other from the first group to the second group and to the third group. So we got a good depth, got a good rotation, and each of the guys bring a different flavor to the game.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, stopping the run has been a huge focal point at fall camp. Just what do you like out of that so far, and have you seen that kind of growth throughout?
Yeah, man, we've been showing a difference in the run game, scheme-wise, mindset-wise, mentality, just getting off the rock, creating knockback, just playing on this side of the line of scrimmage. That's the biggest thing we preach, man, recreating the line of scrimmage.
Coach Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera, grad assistant last year, regular assistant coach this year. I guess tell us a little bit about how your duties have changed, and obviously is this opportunity been something that's been exciting for you?
Right, man. It's been a great opportunity. I always want to thank Coach Prime for giving me this opportunity because I always say, man, Coach Prime can pick up the phone and call anybody. So just being in this opportunity is not nothing to take for granted. It's wonderful. It ain't like nothing extra I'm doing. Like I always been involved heavily with the group, but it's just more like I got to make sure I know what they're doing at all times now. Like I'm responsible for them at all times, but it ain't nothing, no big task I can handle. Always ready for whatever.
Liam?
Hey, Bucks on SI. Coach, just wanted to, I know that during the spring, there was a little bit of talk about Quincy Wiggins playing on the interior a little bit. Wanted to know what you've seen out of him there, if you're still planning on using him in that capacity.
Yeah, man. Quincy's been doing a hell of a job transferring from DN to D tackle, and he's going to be the X factor for the group, man. He's been taking the coaching, taking the technique, and applying it into team periods, and, man, he's taking a hell of a jump from where he was at a defensive end spot to now at D tackle.
Well, I also want to know a little bit about Samu because Coach Prime was praising him the other day, and his presser. What have you seen from him as he's left up?
Man, we call him Lil Moo. All right, but man, Big Moo, he's took a big jump from the spring, man. I'm super proud of that kid, man. We had an exit meeting. We told him what it was. He applied the coaching. He ain't getting his feelings and just veer off or have a bad mindset coming back into fall camp, man. He applied everything we told him, and now you can see it. It's showing up on tape.
Right, Coach Brian Howell, Blitz.com. I have a couple questions for you. You have a couple guys in your room that I know you guys were counting on that have not been there yet, with Ezra and Malachi. But has that put pressure on some of those other guys to have to get more reps, or has that been a good thing?
Not at all. It's just next man up mentality. We got to have – it's my job to make sure everybody in that room is ready to go, no matter who it is. So it's just that next man up mentality, man, just getting everybody in the room as a coach to be ready to go and to make sure the guys in the room know that, man, anytime it could be any one of y'all in this game, so you got to be ready, no matter from the big dog to the little. Everybody got to be ready in the room.
No one asked you about Santana. Obviously highly productive at both places he's been before here. Have you seen a bit of a professionalism out of him?
Oh, yeah, man.
Kind of knows
Hop is a pro. He's going to be a pro. He has a pro approach. And, man, Hop's going to make a lot of plays for us this year. He's going to be a guy for us.
Scott. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good.
Last week at media, they asked a few defensive players, like for maybe somebody who maybe not be getting a lot of buzz outside the building, but like inside the building, like people kind of know what's up. And a few of your guys mentioned Tyler Moore is one of those guys. Like I see you smile. Like, what have you seen from Tyler
Man.
since he's been here?
Timo, get off that rock. That's his. So he got 2 superpowers I always tell him about: getting off the rock and his leverage. He already this tall, so ain't no way he should be taller than somebody 6'3", 6'4". All right, use your leverage to your advantage. And Timo probably is one of the ones with the most quickest get off in the room. So every day we got something called the get off king. So if you the first one moving off that ball, getting off that rock, you get a point. So it adds up, and whoever had the most points is the get off king for the day. And Timo, he been in the running for winning that thing a lot in fall camp. But man, I'm super excited for him and proud of him also.
Jake?
Hey, Coach, just want to ask you about Dylan Manuel. Just have you seen him kind of come along? Seems like he's emerged as one of the leaders on defense.
Man, he's took a big step also. We challenged him in the spring to challenge him to become a leader and also a playmaker, and he's took both of those steps forward. He's been doing an awesome job pulling the room with him. You know what I'm saying? Well, times where other guys down, they got stuff going on, man. He the one who's speaking up in the room now, checking on everybody. And his play been showing, and he's been consistent.
Go ahead.
Coach Hilo was telling us that this summer it was very busy with the switching coordinators. From your perspective, how important was the summer for the staff?
Of course, obviously, it's very important because you get a new coordinator, new scheme. But, man, I think we've done a great job taking what Coach Maul wants and applying it into our groups. And, man, y'all going to see the reap of what we put in September 3rd.
How about just about Chris Martin and the type of
Man, great leader. Gonna push you no matter what you are, coach or player. He just want the best. He gonna get it out you. And at the end of the day, it's all love. Great person to want to work for and be under.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I want to ask you about Josiah, who was recruited as an offensive lineman. Then he gets here, and he's in your room now. How has that adjustment been for him? Like, how did he accept that? And how has he done so far?
Nah, he accepted real well. I mean, Josiah has the mindset of whatever you tell him, he gonna do it, and he gonna give his all. I say he's scrappy in our room. He's the scrappy one. You know what I'm saying? He's at the bottom right now because he's a freshman. He gets rep, but man, he's scrappy, real scrappy. I tell him all the time, I love the fight that he brings to practice every day. And yeah, that's it.
Would you say he's pretty raw at defensive line?
Yeah, he's raw, but he's getting the coaching. He's taking the coaching that we're applying to him every day, and it's showing on tape. But he's scrappy. I like that about him.
Anything else for Coach?
Where the blending name come?
So one of my brother friends, I don't know if y'all know the rapper Big Pun. So when I was little, that's exactly how I used to look. So they just gave me that nickname and it just stuck with me all along all my life. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all. I'm great.
Go ahead, Leo.
Hey, Centennial, Leo Rivera with BusStampede.com. I just want to ask about how you feel you've kind of stepped into this leadership role on this defense, whether it's leading by example or your physicality.
I just feel like, I'm not really a vocal leader. I just wake up in the morning. We have the standard here. Everybody lives by the standard. So you come in here and you live by the standard, you're a leader. So everybody's a leader. So I don't feel like I'm a better leader or one more leader than another person. We're all leaders at the end of the day. And as long as you come in and work, you're a leader to me. I'm going to take advice from you. You can take advice from me.
Brian, you got one.
Yes, Brian Howe from Buffalo.com. How have your experiences from your previous stops helped here?
Just really just transitioning, really like just coming from 2 different schools, what you need to do, how you need to do it, just how to stay out the way and just, put your head down and work for real. Like, it's definitely different being here than any other school, but just, the business aspect of, college football now is just transitioning from 2 different schools. It just kind of helps, understand and give what the coaches want.
It's a huge year for you. A lot of people from the outside are starting to put your name on some preseason lists. How excited are you for the opportunity to prove yourself at this level?
Oh, I'm very excited. This is really what I've been dreaming for. All I've been waiting for right here, my moment right here. Scouts, I played at a high level everywhere I've been. So coming to play on a stage like this will only make me, and help me and help the team, go up.
What was it about Colorado that spoke to you?
Oh, just the way they run the program. Just the standard here. Everything like the way Coach Prime pours into his players, the things he wants from his players, and just the way he wants us to carry ourselves. It kind of speaks volumes coming from a person like that. So
Since you've had a lot of success the past few years, tackles for loss, causing disruption in the backfield. How much pride do you take in causing that disruption?
I take a lot of pride in that. If I ain't doing stuff like that, I don't feel like I'm playing ball for real. So that's really all I can say.
Santana, I just want to know, matching up against the go-go offense every day, was there anything about it that surprised you at first, and how have you adapted to defending it?
Just some double teams. Them things are insane. They don't come off. They sit on you, and most of the offenses I played against, like they touch you. They want to move up to the backer and stuff like that. And with this, they're trying to bury you. So just trying to get off the ball, strike, get extension, knock back, and get off and make a play. That's the only difference between now and then. It was a lot I ain't gonna say easier, but it was a lot, simpler, because the guards and the tackles and stuff, they're gonna get off you eventually. But these, they don't want to move.
What's up, Santana? Coach Point mentioned in the spring that your son is like your purpose, and like he reminds you of every chance he gets. How much of a driving force is your son for you and what you got going on this year?
I had my son very young, so I kind of like grew up with him in a sense. So just seeing how we both, grew, it just, when I wake up and it's time to, do things and just work, I think of him, and it's kind of a lot easier to just, put the hat on and get to work, because, I know what me and him done came from. I know what we done had to do to get to this point. So it's just a great driving force.
He's 6, 7?
He's turned 7 in May.
7.
Yeah, he just started second grade.
I want to go back to the go-go offense and defending it. Do you feel like that could maybe give this defensive line any unique advantages in terms of preparing for teams and just seeing maybe more traditional offenses? Does that help you guys at all?
Going against a go-go offense, like I said, they run a lot of with the double team and stuff like that. Like, it kind of prepares you for, like, I'm always waiting for the double team. So when it's time to play the other team that doesn't really want to stick on you and just move up, I'm just in there. It's going to be a lot easier when it's time to get off a block or something like that. And just preparing for Georgia Tech as well, like triple option. They run a lot of triple option, stuff like that. So Coach Marion does a good job of preparing us.
I was trying to ask you about the other guys in your room. The guys that have stepped up. Dylan's been there, Tyler. Who are some of the guys that have really kind of impressed you with the jumps they've made in spring?
Get off King, Tyler Moore. As we call him, Get Off King, Tech King, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, he's impressed me a lot this summer. It was a rough start to him during the spring, and towards the end of the spring, he started getting it together. But when he came back this summer, it's like he was a whole nother person. And then Dylan as well. Dylan came back, same thing. Dylan had a good spring, but he came back for the summer, and he's not taking steps. He's jumping over the whole staircase. He's just moving up. And who else? We got Quincy. He's a hard ball player. If I need somebody to come, we run a little stunt stuff. I need somebody to come clear the guard, center, something like that. I'm calling Quincy. Back alley fight, calling Quincy. So it's just it's all our players in the D-line room, though. They all are making great strides, help our team. So it's just there's no specific person, but everybody's doing a great job.
You like playing next to Sam?
Yeah. Moo, that we call him. Yeah, I love Samu. Just the way he how hard he works, man. Like, he's a bigger guy than all of us. So it's like when Samu doing something and I see Samu doing something, I feel like I gotta do it too. So I love seeing Samu work. I love being around Samu. He's a great guy, real competitive guy. And I love how Coach Prime pours into him and tries to get as much as he can out of Samu.
Last one, Jake.
Jake Schwantz from TMR. Coach Prime said that he thinks he's got 3 pros in that linebacker room. Just what's been your impression? I know they're playing behind you, but what's been your impression from those guys so far, just as a unit, I guess, as a defense?
Like about the unit or just specific
the
player?
linebacker, just how they fit in the defense,
Oh, them boys play ball. They coming down. I'm telling you, Coach Mary like to sit on them. He like to sit in them guards and tackles, sit on blocks. They gonna blow them gaps up and tell them, hey, them boys ain't nothing to play with. And Coach Marv do a great job of coaching them guys and getting them guys ready for everything that we're expecting to do out there at Georgia Tech.
Last one quick, Matt.
Santana, you said you're not a vocal leader. Who would you say are the vocal leaders of the defense?
Local leader, number one for sure, Ben. Ben. He's overly vocal sometimes. But I love Ben. Who else? Ben. Samu talks a lot, especially to the team. You know, he's everybody has a different way of leading. So Samu's been stepping into leading. It's a lot of us, like, we all lead in our own way, and there's no specific way to lead. As long as you come in, do your job, help the next man beside you, you're a leader. So I'm not gonna say it's like specific leaders or local leaders. It's just everybody does what they're supposed to do, and you're a leader.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Scott, you want to start?
For sure. What's going on?
What's going on? Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. Coach Elo was just talking about the depth of the room. Like, how do you just kind of view the talent around you and maybe the ability to send like groups and waves of talented guys at opposing offenses?
Yeah, so I'd say the gap from whoever Hilo considers our top guy to our 6th, 7th guy, it's tiny. So it's like there's so many talented guys in that room. It's so many hardworking guys. Like it's great to see. Like you can send anybody out with the ones and they'll get the job done.
Go ahead, Leo.
So Leo Rivera with BucksNFP.com. One thing I did get asked you Friday is having 4 years of college football experience, which part of your game do you feel you've improved on the most since arriving at Colorado?
I think I'd say play recognition and just understanding backfield sets, splits, tight end splits, offensive line splits, and just understanding what offenses are trying to do to us and what our strengths are in the defense and like what our weaknesses, stuff like that. Just understanding the game on a deeper level.
So you played here for North Dakota State in 2024. As the season's getting closer, are you getting excited to run out of that tunnel with the Buffs and have that home crowd behind you?
Yeah, for sure. It was a great environment when we were here in 24, and just coming out to that game it was a great experience. Loved every moment of it. So I can't wait to play in front of this home crowd.
Jack.
Hey, Toby. Talking with Santana, he said a lot of guys have taken big leaps from the spring until now. Just have you seen that too, and where do you think that kind of stems from?
Yeah, I've seen it too. I've seen it with Manny. I've seen it with Pecker. I've seen it with Lamont. I've seen a lot of guys in the DN room, and I just think it's getting acclimated, understanding the defense on a better level, and just starting to buy in and really get close to your teammates because once you're close to the guy next to you, you want to die on the field for him. You'd do anything on the field for that guy. So.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. I just wondering, you mentioned how in the rotation, maybe the top guys, and the difference between the top guys and maybe 6 and 7, it's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into the season like that and we see a rotation, how have you guys balanced, everyone wants to play all the snaps.
Yeah.
How are you balancing, that mentality with the rotation that might be what's best for the team?
Yeah. So I think we have a lot of mature guys that understand, not everybody in the room is going to play. So we have guys embracing the roles on special teams, guys finding out, they might be on scout teams. So they're just embracing their role and just buying in and trying to do anything they can to help this team win.
Brian.
Well, you have a lot of guys in the room that were highly productive at their previous stops, including yourself. But everybody has their own styles.
Mm-hmm.
Are guys learning from each other? Like
Yeah.
Something that you do that somebody else doesn't do, or something Lamont does that you don't do.
100%. Like I seen Manny hit a ghost a couple of days. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should try that. I see like Lamont do a different type of swipe. I'm trying to add that to my bag. So just like seeing those guys who have done good things at a lot of different places it's a blessing. And then just trying to add it to my bag and trying to be the best version of myself I can be.
With all those guys have been productive. Do you think that adds to the hunger of the room? Guys that don't want to see a reduction in the production they've had.
Yeah, for sure. Like once you've tasted, like Sama was an All-American. Once you've tasted that, it's like you don't want to take a step back. You only want to elevate and just get better.
Anything else for Toby? All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Toby. That's it for today.
Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Looking forward to a good season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, who wants to start us off? Leo, let's start us off.
What's up, Leo? How you doing?
Great.
Good, man.
I want to ask about the leadership in your room and what you've seen as this group from a whole.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. As a whole, like right now, what we're doing is obviously third week of camp. We've been at it. There's a lot of different packages, different groups of people out on the field. A lot of different guys from different places. And we're trying to see right now in the edge room, along with the defense, who the best people are to put out there. And just in terms of effort and technique and fundamentals and playing football the right way, getting in a good stance, having good get off, striking blocks, knocking people backwards, just swarming to the ball, playing as one. Those are the things that we've really been talking about. So there's different guys at different times that have stepped up throughout camp, and just really happy with the room and the direction that we're going in, and look forward to keep chasing greatness.
Liam, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Liam Howard, Buffalo SI. I just want to know how the offensive line has pushed your group, and more specifically, maybe how the offensive line's coaching staff has challenged you guys.
Yeah, they do a great job. That's a good question. The offensive line has a lot of great leadership in that room, starting with Gunner. He does a great job. And then you've got, Big George Hageman and Andre Gerard that have played a long time in the NFL. They're good leaders of men, along with Gunner. Grant is in that room, so they have a lot of good leadership. And I'll let them speak to you more as, what they kind of do and how they do. But, I mean, they're being led by good leaders of Christ, and they're great leaders of men. So we need the O-line to step up big, and looking forward to playing some complimentary football this year.
Yeah. Hey, Coach. Working with Dante Carter also on the defensive line, just what's your relationship like with him, and how have you seen him kind of grow?
Yeah, Dante, he GA'd for Coach Pecco and I last year. He's a young coach with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Said that in the spring. Dante spends a lot of time with guys on every level. Worked for a guy, BT Jordan, and he's really good with all the pass rush stuff, and really proud of him and his progress and the opportunity he's getting at his age. He's doing a great job.
Brian. Hey, Coach. Brian Howell.
What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
First off, congrats on getting ready this summer.
Yeah, thank you.
You had a lot of guys in your room that were very productive, played a lot of football previous time. You had a lot of guys. First off, congrats on getting ready this summer.
Yeah, Brian, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
First off, congrats on getting ready this summer.
Yeah, thank you.
You had a lot of guys in your room that were very productive, played a lot of football previous stops. Has that accelerated maybe the teaching a little bit, that these guys already kind of know what to do on the field, or is there a lot of relearning some habits and things like that?
Yeah, at times, yes, but we kind of give everybody a clean slate as they get there. And it's Coach Prime's motto, you get what you earn. So, of course, for the older guys that we went after, they've played a lot of snaps at the different schools that you guys know where they come from, and they made a lot of plays. We targeted a lot of high production players. But, there's some young guys too that haven't had the amount of snaps that some of those older guys. And I can tell you this, we're going to play the best ones. So you get what you earn here every day in practice. And how Coach is, he's one of the arguably greatest competitors of all time. So all of our practices have a lot of good, healthy competition. And I think that's how you forge greatness out of a unit, is to have competition. Like the history of me and my background and places that I've been and the leaders that I've been under, that was always a huge point of emphasis along with Coach Prime. When you have competition in a room and everybody's always uncomfortable and they're being pushed to be the best, they can't take a day off. They can't relax, because I've always called this, since I've been in coaching, they're rep charts. They're not depth charts right now, especially when you're in spring ball and fall camp. So those things change every day. And, really I look at it as just an organization, a structure of practice. Guy was on threes yesterday. He was on the ones today. So that's ongoing, and it'll continue to change.
Just a quick follow-up to that. Because you have so many guys that play a lot of football, do you see a lot of rotation there where it's not necessarily going to be one or two guys that are your main pass rushers, but you'll have several guys.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like when you coach the defensive line, you got to rotate guys. And that's just probably me being from the South and that because of the humidity and not knowing kind of how a game's going to go. Like we don't know what's going to happen the first drive of a game, if our offense is going to take the ball down the field and go score, or it's going to be 3-and-out series where, we're not on the bench as much. When I was at the University of Michigan, the defense, we got a lot of credit, but we had the best run game in the conference. The O-line won the Joe Moore Award both years that I was there. So we were watching a lot of football, which enabled those guys to rest. If you're on the field a lot, you definitely have to rotate guys at the defensive line position and keep guys fresh. That's a good question.
Okay, a couple more, Matt.
Hey, Coach Bassman. When Coach Livingston left, obviously it was right before spring, and it was kind of like, all right, we'll hit the ground running here, maybe figure things out afterwards. How big was this summer for the defensive staff getting together, kind of getting on the same page with the new coordinator?
A lot of hard work, a lot of long days, not a lot of time off. We were really grinding during the month of May, figuring out personalities, coaching philosophies, and what the defensive coordinator, Coach Marv, wanted to do and what direction he wanted to go in, and implementing what he wants to do. So that's been a good process. Again, I've been a lot of different stops where there's been a lot of change. You look forward to the opportunity. It's an opportunity for me personally to build new relationships with new people that I haven't worked with in the past. It's all been great. And, but yeah, it's always a grind when you're installing something new, because not only is it new for the players, it's new for the coaches. And we've got to always be on the same page and speak in the same terminology.
How about Colorado Springs? Seemed like a cool opportunity, not just for the players to get together, but what about the coaches? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, it was great. For the coaches, we had our rooms, like I coached the edges. So the edge coaches were in the same hallway as me. The offensive line coaches, they had their section of the third or fourth floor where they stayed at. Same thing with running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks. So you really got to bond. You're brushing your teeth at night and you're next to those coaches and you're recapping kind of how the day was. It was a grind, but a grind in a very positive light. A lot of these teams in the NFL, they still go to training camp at different locations. I was talking to Doma Topeko about it, who's with McCarthy now in Pittsburgh. They still go to training camp. They live in the dorm room, and it was a great exercise. So glad we did that. Yeah.
Coach Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera, as I believe the defensive run game coordinator, looking at Georgia Tech. Have you started looking at, I know you saw them last year, but have you started looking at them, coming up with a plan, or is that something for the coming weeks?
Yeah, we definitely have, just like all schools. You do your off-season studies. They have new leadership parts. I've got a lot of respect for Brent Key. I've known him for a long time. We both coached under Coach Saban. So know a lot of the same people, know how they practice, have a lot of respect for what they do. A lot of the focus, just in terms of my position group's been about us. Who are we going to be? How are we going to play? What's our play style? A lot of college football, you see the same type run plays and pass plays week to week. So it's not what you see always. It's how you play the plays, and play style is something big, but got a lot of respect and admiration. We definitely have looked at some of the stuff that they did, but we've been harping with our group that it's not about Georgia Tech right now. It's about us.
Anything else for Coach Hilo? Scott.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Scott, good to see you, man.
Likewise. You mentioned play style there a couple of times, like trying to figure that out. What do you want that ultimately to look like, for you specifically?
Yeah, so I tell the guys all the time, like play style, when we press play on the tape, like I want it to jump. I want us to say, wow, like who are these guys? 11 hats to the football, obnoxious communication, knocking guys backwards, playing with good pad level, and just finishing every play in a dominant position, along with like pre-snap obnoxious communication. So whatever formation they're in, again, you're seeing a lot of different formations, whether it's with the Y alignment or the fullbacks alignment in the backfield, whether people are in condensed sets or wide sets or whatever it is. We all always say, like, a loud defense is a good defense, and you've got to communicate on all three levels, and you've got to play the right way. It doesn't matter at the end of the day if you call cover 3, cover 4, quarters, fire zone, you're on an all-out blitz, you're sending 5, playing something specific to the field or boundary. Like, as long as everybody's on the same play and you got 11 guys doing the same thing, you always have a chance. So we've been preaching that, but that's it.
And then for like edge players specifically, a lot of people just like to look at sack numbers, right? And obviously it's a big part of, that position. But how do you kind of get your guys to, not sacrifice, discipline in the run game while trying to, get a pressure on the quarterback and accumulate sacks?
Yeah, well, the way that you get sacks and they come in bunches, but it's by stopping the run and being really good on first and second down. So if we're good on first and second down and we can create negative plays, and then that forces them to play behind the sticks a little bit, and then they've got to panic and drop back pass. Now we're able to, switch up personnels and go hunt, but you've got to earn the right to rush the passer, and you've got to do that by being really good in the run game and good on first and second down.
Okay, one more question, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, how you doing? Good.
I wanted to ask you just about the team in general. Just talking to a bunch of players and coaches, seems like the brotherhood and just the sense of unity of the team is much greater than last year. What are the differences you noticed, I guess, in that from this year to last year?
Yeah, I don't know. Like there were good parts of last year. There's good parts of this year. Man, coach is like, he's obviously healthy, and I'm not going to speak on his health, but love seeing that guy in the building every day. His juice and energy levels, man, like coach is just, he sets the tone for this place. And everything starts with him. And I love that guy. And he brings it every day. He holds everybody accountable on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. And that's what keeps everybody together. He's the glue of this place. Leave no doubt about that it all starts with Coach Prime, Coach Deion Sanders. And he does a really good job in his leadership role.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Lot of runners are connected. We better together. Big brand, every super check. Show love to the crew. You can break it down. Give us something new. Back, smash that light. Let you pay rent. Stop the TMR live. We gon' make your day lit. Monday through Friday, same time every week. 2 p.m. out, 4 p.m. East. This the sports show. Runners ride with us 5 days. We stay true. Hey, hey. Chico drop a take and me looking to mute. Hold it down while the whole room moves. Chico go left, but the chemistry still smooth. 2 p.m. out and 4 p.m. East. We never lose. Talking that sports, giving runners the new TMR live 5 days a week. Funniest in town. Ain't subscribed yet. Don't sit your ways out. Hey runners, grab your snacks, grab your meds, grab your patience. This Chico about to lose his mind in 3, 2. I swear I popped that well with one hand kneeling. They're going. Why you giving me this, man? Like you give me this, man. Like, subscribe. Jump. Drop them super chats. We read everything. DM1 live. It's that auditory butter, baby. It's that auditory butter, baby.